Alrighty, so figured we would update the kids' bedroom. Yay! Alright, so we have changed it up again. So this is number 4, I think, something to that effect. So when the quarantine stuff started last year, we decided to do bunk beds, which I had put on that side. And it had storage underneath for the kids' clothes and things to that nature there, and shelves and everything. And it worked, but the problem was there was no way to really secure it without it bouncing around, and it got to the point where we were in rough road areas and it was shifting and I'd have to slide it back, and kids were knocking shelves off and things like that. So we decided to go ahead and change it up. So this is what we look like now. I took the wood from the 2 beds and I built 2 stands, and there's a gap down the center. I'll show you what that's used for later. We bought a folding mattress, which is actually the first round of it was right there, and the second round of it is there. So that one has the little latches on it that lock, and it's got metal mechanisms inside. So Barrett said he sunk into it too much and that poked him in the back. So we decided to buy one that did not have that. So this one just folds up on its own, which I'll show you here shortly. But Corbin's bed up here is actually the mattress from the loft. So that would be right up here. We put Battleborn batteries up there, so we had to take the mattress out. So we use this for Corbin's bed, this for Barrett's bed, and that's where all their clothes storage is under there now. And this is all storage in itself. So I bought, I don't know if you can see, yeah, see the yellow bungee cord there? So I bought the bungee cord system that you can put over the bed of your truck that would keep things in, and that's where I hooked it. So I used each one of the little 4 corners, and also there's little eyelets up there for the table that used to go up there, which we've gotten rid of at this point too.
Okay, so you might be wondering, why don't you use the beds that came with the camper as opposed to building more? So with Barrett being a 13-year-old boy, he weighs more than I do. What are you doing?
And that's what we would do.
He weighs more than I do. If he's sleeping on those where it's not secured to the ground, we can feel all of his movements at nighttime, like rolling over and things like that. It really shakes the camper. And we were being woken up by it in the middle of the night. So we're like, we need him closer to the ground on something that's on the ground to help reduce the movement. Yes, we have the tripod, we have the X-Trucks, we got them all. He just moves a lot, so there's that.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Every time he adjusts the pillow and scratches his ear, the whole camper goes woo.
So Corbin moves more, but Corbin weighs less, so he's allowed to be up top.
Yeah. So that's the progression we've made as far as the beds. Now, Mama, tell us about the ottomans.
Okay, so we found these really fun ottomans. They are our storage for homeschooling. So each kid has their own ottoman. They're kind of empty because I got rid of all the curriculum from last year.
Yep.
Stores their schoolwork, but also serves as Corbin and I's seats and benches for when we school. So this is a dresser, a bed, and a desk. So when Barrett folds up his bed, we usually have both ottomans right here. Corbin and I sit on the ottomans and work off of this tabletop for school. And
we'll show that some kind of way in here.
Yeah, we'll.
And then we'll fix it afterwards and show you all of that as well.
This is nighttime setup, and then we'll show you daytime setup.
All right, so that's Mama and Corbin's desk right there, and this is basically Barrett's desk. So I found this cabinet at Home Depot, which is just a cabinet itself, and then I cut out, you can show them. I cut out a hole in the back of it for our tower. I had a friend that built us this computer when we were living in the house, so we figured we would use it. The kids managed to break the TV that was up there. Somebody was doing karate and hit it with a staff or something, so that was fun. So I mounted the TV here, and that has worked wonders. So
it's a smart TV, so it's a desk for school, research for school, but also entertainment center for the kids.
All right, so the other thing we did with the desk is the top, this side here, and up top here, I made all dry erase board. So Barrett can sit here and do schoolwork with a dry erase marker and figure problems out with math or whatever he needs to. We normally write his schedule up here, and the reason I put a piece up here is because this is my mount for my electronics up top, and this was already here. I had to cut out a section to run wires through the wall, so this kind of serves dual purpose. It covers that, and it's perfect for his schedule for the week. So another cool thing that we found is most of these totes that we had with stuff in them, we put under the bed. So this is the kids' Legos, that's some games and stuff like that, and we got some under the other side over there. So that has worked out great. Now this chair folds up and goes behind the bed, so there's about 1.5 foot gap between the bed itself and the back. So you can see, you probably can't see it in the video, but right there where the dovetail starts to go down is where I stop the beds, and that way they don't lean or anything like that. And then I put L brackets in the back and screwed them into the floor so they can't move. So we're gonna go ahead and swap it around to a daytime kind of thing, and we'll be back with you in just a second. All right, we had to take a little break in between. Mom had to get out of her wet swimsuit and all of that. So
nobody knows we took a break because the camera was on.
Yeah, well, you were wearing something different a minute ago. So all right, so that is basically how they have it set up for school. Corbin will sit on one of them and Mom will sit in the other one, kind of thing.
Show you the closed storage real fast. So this does flip up.
Something I still have to do that I haven't done yet. You can see the screws. I got to cut those off.
We don't have it lifted up. The kids have not been injured.
Yeah.
We haven't lifted it up until Dad fixes that.
Well, that's basically closed storage.
Yeah. You can see Mom did not put his laundry away.
So there's 2 slots in there, but if they roll it all up, it works out good. Right. So we just got these things at IKEA.
First time at IKEA.
Yeah, first ever walkthrough at IKEA. We found these little pockets, so that works out good for both kids. They get that.
Their chargers, their wallets, their press penny books. Basically is what's in there.
So reason being for this here is you flip it up and you can walk right through it, and you're right here to the back porch. So that works out great. And then you can see we got a gap here in between, which this is the kids' dirty clothes that's empty, because that was what I had to go do, was get clothes.
Try that again.
That I forgot about. So anyway, you can walk through, and that works out great for that situation, because that gets us to and from the back porch with no issues.
Yeah.
So again, the top storage and all of that, that's about it. I can't think of anything else. I mean, the desk is different. Oh yeah.
The printer hiding.
Yeah, I got the printer down there and stuff on top of it right now, but in a box down there and just stuff everywhere. So anyway, that's
Anyone
real
who
life.
lives in a camper understands.
Exactly. So we built the printer down there so it's easier. It connects to the computer and Brittany's phone, and she can print right off of it as long as it's on. And that's really the cool things about the back room that we did.
So as you can see, so we said we changed it 4 times, and that's the reason why we went with a toy hauler, is so we could change it that many times, because as the boys grow and as their needs grow, so will the room. As opposed to a bunkhouse, we knew in the beginning Barrett would fit in the bunks, and eventually he no longer would fit in the bunks there. We would have to like remodel it.
Yeah.
And so this, with very minimal amount of I guess money spent and materials needed, we can remodel just little bits to fit the growing child and their needs. Like Barrett is probably going to be doing homeschool for high school on the computer and things like that, so he needed that whole desk thing that he didn't have before, in addition to more bed space and things like that.
Yep. And I do have the plans that I drew up from building the bunks. If anybody's interested, just comment and I can send them to you. Or I can't remember if Brittany wrote a blog about it or not, but we'll figure out a way to get them to you if you want to see that. And I think I spent just over $300 on those beds in wood. Now that give or take, was a year and a half ago. So just keep in mind that may double now with the price of wood. But I reused all of that for this, and I think I spent maybe $20 on just other hardware, screws and stuff. So one quick other thing that we did back here that we keep kind of covered is we put this Reflectix or something. I don't remember what it is, but it's a little bubble wrap, reflective bubble wrap. We put it in the top windows all the way around for two reasons. Keeps it cooler back here, and so it keeps the light out for the kids when they're sleeping during the day, in the mornings. And we put it on this window as well. I do want to swap that out to the shade though.
And I guess one other note is our camper and garage may not look like other remodels in terms of making it all like homey looking and decorations, and no, we have not put the time and the money into that kind of stuff for a couple of reasons. One, a lot of decorations just have to be taken down for travel, and since we move so much when Cody's home, we're not interested in that. Two, we don't spend that much time inside all the time, so there's no need. I guess in our opinion, and other people's looks great. I love the way they look, and I applaud them for their time and effort to put into it. We don't spend that much time holed up inside that we feel like we need it to look any different. And third, we would want to spend our money elsewhere. Like, we would rather go on adventures than decorations. Yeah. But I do love the way others looks. It's just not our style, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, the room's fairly clean for now for the video. And
the only time it's gonna look like this.
It's gonna turn into a disaster as soon as we let the kids back in the camper. So anyway.
Oh, we did buy new carpet. Did we talk about that?
No.
Okay, we bought carpet.
No, forgot about that.
And the reason why we bought carpet is because you
yeah.
forgot.
Yahtzee. So we had a little dirt bike for Corbin, and some kind of way, I don't know if the bike fell into it or what the issue was, but some kind of way the fuel line that runs from the carburetor to the fuel tank had ruptured in one little spot, and it drained fuel all in the carpet. So we came in and there was a puddle about this big of gasoline in the carpet, so we had to rip that out and change it. So that's
we went over many different options as to what we were going to do. We went over the foam mats that fit together like puzzle pieces, like they use them on gym floors and stuff like that. We talked about that. We talked about outdoor carpet. We went over, I don't know, several different. Found this at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of the two. It was a good price, and figured if it gets ruined, it gets ruined. It wasn't that expensive. We could buy it again.
Yeah, I think it was like a $60 piece of carpet.
And the reason we didn't go with the foam mats, I was voting for the foam mats. Kids were like, I want just a little bit of carpet if we're going to play on the floor and things like that. It's more comfortable and warmer. So I guess it does help insulate in the winter time. So.
Yep. Alrighty, well.
Hi.
Give us a like and a subscribe and all of that good stuff.
Subscribe to the ding bell below.
You can't subscribe to the ding bell. Oh.
Alrighty.
But you get it, right?
We'll see you on the next one. Talk to you later.